Hi, I'm John Flowers. I'm one of the pastors at Travis Park United Methodist Church. Carlos Guadarrama is one of our members, and he has been homeless himself. So much was he moved by the plight and the need to do something that Carlos initiated a run last year from San Antonio to Corpus to raise awareness within the community about homelessness and to provide some money for those who needed a fresh start and another way to get inside of housing themselves. He's going to do a second annual run, and it's going to happen in October of this year. Watch his story on the following DVD and see how you might participate in helping Carlos in his goal.
A former homeless man wanted to run away from his problems. Now he uses running to fix them. Eileen is here to tell us more about this incredible story.
What a remarkable man. Carlos Guadarrama spent 4 years living in his car and down on his luck until one day he had a vision to use his favorite sport of long-distance running for an important cause, helping other homeless men and women get back on their feet.
Every day, Carlos Guadarrama takes life one step at a time. Today, he's feeling good and feeling strong. Carlos tells me that a few years ago, getting in his daily run was the least of his concerns.
I was homeless, and I used to call this car my condo.
For 4 years, Carlos had no real address, just a 1978 blue Dodge parked behind a friend's West Side home. Here, he kept his belongings in the front, and the back seat is where he spent many of his nights.
I went through 2 divorces, and I went through a little depression of alcohol abuse, and it just all gathered together. I had 2 DWIs, and they got worse. I got behind my back pay child support.
Carlos quit his job of 20 years detailing luxury cars at a local dealership and had to find another way to survive.
Back then, I didn't know what to do after that. I had to look for a new trade, so I started working as a dishwasher. From a dishwasher, I went to a busboy. From busboy, I went to a line cook.
But Carlos never stumbled from his faith. In fact, one summer, he had a vision.
One day I was in Corpus Christi and was meditating out there, and he just seemed away from the ocean out there, Gulf of Mexico, seeing the water right there where I meditated. Something just came up to me and said, you gotta do a homeless run from San Antonio to Corpus Christi.
The former long-distance runner from Edgewood High School found his calling. So in March of 2005, with the support of his church, Travis Park Methodist, Carlos put his best foot forward and ran 150 miles from SA to Corpus. Legal assistant Fred Gonzalez worked for one of the church's board members and reached out to the runner.
What sold me out to Carlitos was that he was living in a car, and even though he lived in a car, he was willing to help other people that were in his situation.
The man with a mission raised $35,000 for his church's nonprofit group, Corazon Ministries, living up to his promise of giving back to a community that helped him get back on his feet.
And with that, we're able to help a number of chronic homeless people that are living on the street either by choice or circumstance.
A year later, and the 150-mile trek from the Alamo City to the coastal city just isn't enough for Carlos. Today, he talks about going back to Corpus and running to San Antonio with the goal of raising more money, awareness, and hope for the homeless.
And that's my priority, my dream, to have the biggest shelter in San Antonio.
What a nice man. Today, Carlos no longer lives on the streets. These days, his employer allows him to commit his time to his training. Carlos' future goals include doing different runs in different states. He's thinking about doing the same kind of run in Washington, D.C. Now, here's some information about his run for the homeless, benefiting Corazon Ministries. Corpus Christi to San Antonio is when he wants to go ahead and do the run Friday morning, October 13th, and it's going to start at 6 in the morning. Give them a call, 225-6666, 225-6666, extension 135, and go ahead and talk to legal assistant Fred Gonzalez.
How can you not be absolutely inspired by this man who was homeless and now is using I don't know. I just think it's so incredible.
He's such a neat man. Just 4 months ago, he started living in an apartment. He now has roommates. Just 4 months ago.
Incredible.
And even when he was training for his run from San Antonio to Corpus, he was still living in his car.
Wow,
Yeah.
what an incredible story. Thank you so
know.
much, Eileen.
Oh, you're welcome.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.